Hey my lovely YouTubers, welcome back to my YouTube channel with me, your girl, Morgan Tracy J, coming today with a new YouTube video. And today's video is all about Thirsty Thursday. Okay, so let's say if you were somebody you don't know what Thirsty Thursday is, I'm going to give you a rundown and I'm going to talk to you about why I have to just honor this moment and give you this message, okay? So first off, if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube family. I know this video is gonna bless you, all right? Now, let's get into this video. Okay, girl, like I said, Thirsty Thursday. If you don't know, actually, when I was in college, I got saved, but before I got saved in college, there was this thing that always happened on the weekday. It was called Thirsty Thursday. That meant that drinks were gonna start flowing, parties were gonna start happening, all of that, right? And so before I got saved, I was always looking forward to Thirsty Thursdays because that was kind of how you would end the week almost. It was like a mini Friday. So in class, you'd be finding out about the next parties, the next things going on, and you're kind of hyped because Thirsty Thursday was kind of a party night, right? So what happened is I got saved, all right? And I got saved and I started to realize that going to Thirsty Thursdays didn't quite feel the same anymore. Like drinking and partying didn't feel the same anymore. And so what happened was God gave me this word, which instead of being Thirsty Thursday, it was Thirsty for Jesus Thursday. So when I was in college, I would always be like, ooh, it's Thirsty for Jesus Thursday. That was how I revamped my Thursdays, because my Thursdays were so used to being filled with drinking, with smoking, with partying. And so I remember being like, oh, it's Thirsty for Jesus Thursday. So I started going to these Bible study on my college campus every Thursday evening. It was a Thursday evening. I think it started at like 6 o'clock. And so I would be there for about an hour to 2 hours. And that was something I did with my Thursdays to kind of help me really not feel just bored in my room. And kind of just to kind of balance out, like from going to partying and drinking every weekend, every Thursday, to now I'm being thirsty for Jesus, okay? And I'm sharing this story with you because I started going to that Bible study every single Thursday. And then before I knew it, about a year later, I was the president and I was hosting the Bible studies, right? And then maybe not even a year after that, I launched my own ministry, His Daughter's Closet. And I want to share the story with you that don't let someone discredit your journey. Don't let other people's views or how they think your journey or your walk is supposed to look like come and discredit that, because I want you to remember that God uses everything. So He even used my desires for Thirsty Thursday. He even used that journey of like, man, you know what? This is going to be a struggle for Morgan. To go from that to this. And so let me give her something in the midst of this, which is going to be a Thursday night Bible study. And I'm going to allow her to grow in me, and I'm going to allow her to build community and find community, but I'm going to bring her closer to me. And I want to encourage you, did it happen and work for me the first day? No. Was I super fulfilled in Bible study the first week? No. But over time, I started to find community. I started to feel like I had community. I started to actually look forward to Bible study, and that was my time to dress up. I would dress up for Bible study. I'd be like, oh, it's Thursday. That morning, I would be like, oh, it's Thirsty for Jesus Thursday. So I would dress up and I knew, oh, that's what I'm wearing to Bible study this evening. And that was something for me personally. And I want to tell you, don't let other people stop you from embracing your path. See, somebody could tell me, oh, Morgan, that's not a good way that God led you. That's not a good way that's not a good experience. That's not a good example. The truth is, that's my life. So that was my life. I literally went from the party girl, the smoking girl, the girl that was doing all those things, looking forward to Thirsty Thursday. And then I got saved and I was trying to still participate in Thirsty Thursday, and it wasn't feeling the same. Things wasn't going the same. So with that being said, God gave me a ram in the bush, which was a Bible study on Thursday. There was already this Bible study happening on Thursday, so that's what I started to go to. Not only did I realize I was going to go to that, but eventually I was going to start hosting that. Eventually I was going to be the one leading that Bible study. But see, I could not see that in the beginning. So I want to tell you to embrace the path that God has for you. If I would have been like, oh, like this makes me look so bad. I was just partying. I was just at Thirsty Thursday. And now this week I'm at a Bible study. What are people going to think? If I let all that get in my head, it would have really stopped me. It would have really stunted my growth. Also, too, I had to acknowledge that God uses everything. He even uses my desire to be at the Thirsty Thursday event. He even uses my desire to drink and smoke. He even uses my desire of all that. He can use all of that and turn it into something good, okay? Also, too, what I realized is realizing going from thirsty for the world and thirsty for drinking and Thirsty Thursday parties and going to being like, okay, I'm thirsty for Jesus, it actually helped me get thirsty for Jesus, okay? What I mean is it actually helped build build a desire in me to go to those Bible studies. It actually helped me want to study to be able to host a Bible study. It actually started to be with me all through the week. Whatever we studied in the last week, those words started to stay with me. Those words started to penetrate my heart. Those words started to make itself manifested in my life. So I want to share this with you. Girl, if you want to get thirsty for Jesus, the first thing you got to acknowledge if there are some views that makes you think that your path is not good enough and the way that God has done it for you is not right. If there's any of those walls in the way, we need to break those down, as well as embrace the path that God is leading you on. I did not know that Thirsty Thursday was going to be a part of my journey, and that was going to be a way that God led me to get thirsty for Jesus, right? I didn't know that that was going to be a way, but embrace the journey and the path that God has you on. And you know what? No one could have ever told me, Morgan, you're going to go from Thirsty Thursdays to being at Bible studies, to hosting Bible studies, to launching girl ministry, to ministering to women. No one could have ever told me all of that. But what truly happened was that. And so I want to share with you, don't allow any outside people to tell you that your journey and your path is not right, or this doesn't look right, or this isn't how God would do it. That's exactly how God would do it, girl. He would take all the craziness, all the ashes, the drunk girl, the party girl, the girl that wants to get high every week. He will take all of that and he will turn it into something good, okay? I believe that. I know it because I've seen him do it in my life. So also, too, I want to tell you, I want to give you 3 to 4 ways on how to get thirsty for Jesus, okay? The first thing is, girl, like I said, you need to acknowledge if there's any walls and barriers up in your life where you say, oh, God couldn't do this, or God wouldn't bless me in this, God wouldn't help me in this. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, I was dead in sin and God was still blessing me. God was helping me out of there. He was pulling me out of my own things. So I want to tell you this right now. Don't ever think that. Also, too, I want you to, another way to get thirsty is start praying over the things that are really issues in your life. If this financial burden is really an issue in your life and you just can't pray over that. If there is a mental burden, if there is a confusion about your future, I want you to pray over that, but also ask God for clarity. Open up your mouth, say, God, in this finances, can you show me what's going wrong? Can you show me how to get back ahead? Can you show me this? God, in all this debt, can you show me how to get a higher paying job? Can you show me where you want me to go so that I can come out of this? Don't be afraid to ask God for help. It's okay to petition what you need, but then go ahead and ask him specifically what you need help on. I do that a lot in my ministry. I will literally look and say, okay, God, you know what? We need help in this area. Okay, God, you know what, God? I need a new microphone. Okay, God, I need this. So help me come up with ideas. Help me come up with ways to get innovative to bring these things to pass. Okay? Next thing is you got to acknowledge anything that's holding you back from going deeper in Jesus. Sometimes it's the fear of others. Sometimes you think, oh, they're going to think I'm weird. They're going to think I'm odd. I don't want to change up my schedule. You know what? They're going to judge me. Whatever. Acknowledge if there's anything holding you back from going further in Jesus. Because when you break that wall down, what happens is you start to get more thirsty for Jesus. When you can acknowledge what's holding you back, you'll be able to come with a little bit more strength. Another thing I want you to do is a great way to get thirsty for Jesus, and what truly helped me was getting in a faith-based community. Even if that is a small Bible study, if that's an online community, if that's mine, if that's somebody else's, if that's your local church, I want you to, or if you build your own, I don't know, but I want you to get into a faith-based community, because like they say, iron sharpens iron, right? There are some things in your life you are blind to, but somebody else can come in and see it real quick, like, oh girl, this is your struggle. This is all you got to fix. So I want to tell you, iron sharpens iron. And when you are isolated and alone, many times you're not going to really grow and evolve, okay? You need the relationships around you that can help you, that can build you up, but that also can show you your blind spots, okay? So you want to get in a faith-based community. And the last way to get thirsty for Jesus is to never give up on your walk with God. All that we are, all that I am, and many Christians, if you say, oh, my grandma was a Christian for 40 years, oh, my someone was a Christian, we are just people who have failed over and over again, but have never given up on our walks with God. And I want to share that with you. Never give up on your walk with God. Even if you go in seasons where it's dry, even when you get in seasons when you're in the valley, even when you get in seasons when you feel like God forgot about you, girl, we've all been there, and that is faith. You go through different seasons on your faith journey, but I want to encourage you to never give up on your walk with God, girl. That right there is what's going to hold you, sustain you through the hard seasons, but that's going to get you to the mountaintop as well. Never give up on that walk with God. So all this word came from Thirsty Thursday. God took the girl that was looking forward to the next Thirsty Thursday event, and he planted her in a Bible study, and he planted her in community, and he planted her in his words, and he planted her in prayer. And when he did that, he produced a harvest of something totally different. And so I want to share that with you. Girl, I will say this. If you are somebody who wants to get thirsty for Jesus, okay, I want you to go ahead and click the link in the description box, and sign up for our Esther fast. It is coming in February, and more details will be coming, okay? I do this every year, but it's a corporate fast that we do called the Esther fast. If you are somebody who has wanted to go deeper in your walk with God, you want to get thirsty for Jesus again, click that link. I know it's going to bless you. And when we do it all together, we're going to have prayer nights and all that stuff. We're going to have a devotionals and everything to really pour into you for those 3 days of our corporate fast. All right. So ladies, thank you so much for watching. I hope this blessed you, and let's get thirsty for Jesus.